Ooh, welcome into Trivia Night Live, a weekly trivia show where you, the viewer, get to compete for prizes, glory, and your name getting shouted out numerous times over a 1 hour broadcast. I'm Joey Wright. I'm the community ambassador over at Footballguys, and I'll be your host here every week alongside some wonderful people from across the industry, out of the industry, everywhere. We're going out to middle schools to get guests, apparently. Guys, we've been teasing it for weeks. It is finally here. It's going to go off the rails. It is Wrestlemania week, and I have two very, very special guests. Our first guest is no stranger to the locker room of Fantasy Cares. While he may look like a babyface, he is one of the biggest heels in the game. I have heard stories of this young man heading out to fishbowl drafts and straight up mocking teams. He is the Shane McMahon of Fantasy Cares, Mr. Ian Fish. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Well, Ian, we've done wrestling shows together in the past. We might do one again this week. We're trying to figure out the time to do it. Ian, I got a question for you. You've been in the game now for about 2 years. You've been watching this pretty hardcore. Who is your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler, it's changed a lot.
Okay.
Of course, when I started, it was Cody Rhodes because I started at WrestleMania 40. Everybody was behind Cody Rhodes then. Now it has changed, and it has been CM Punk for like the last month or so. Yeah, I don't know why. I just love CM Punk.
Joey is
okay.
CM Punk.
No, I was there once, Ian, too. It's fine. It's a good road to go down. Well, guys, I mentioned we have two guests. Our next guest, he's the Rolex wearing, the kiss stealing, the Canton Carry-O master, jet flying, the college fantasy football king, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric Froton. Eric, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, I've got my trusty wiffle ball bat in hand. Anybody who was at the Fantasy Football Expo and was at George's at 2 a.m. at night when we took the entire streets of Canton over for our wiffle ball street takeover, you know how important this plastic piece of awesomeness is to me, and I hope I will see you all at the Fantasy Football Expo so that I can put you down. If anybody wants live bullets, you can get it. I'm happy to give you all the batting practice you want, but the second you talk smack to old Froton, you're getting the heat.
Eric, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a kendo stick. I thought you came prepared.
I also thought it was a kendo stick.
Really did.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Missed opportunity, boys. This is a wrestling show, not a wiffle ball show. My apologies. And I will say, I was at the LA Scott Fishbowl the past 4 years at Trophy Smack headquarters. Give it up to Trophy Smack, frankly. Let me put on my my Trophy Smack bling. I got to give it up to Matt and Dax, my buddies. I got my bling. This is a Malik Neighbors 1 of 25 graded gem mint 10 autograph. His Bowman first. So, we're going to make sure we're flexing out here. But that being said, when I was at the SFBLA draft, I personally watched Mr. Ian Fish go over to my buddy Dave's his team and put a very smelly sticker on Jordan Love. So I know that he's not a Jordan Love fan. He might be a CM Punk fan. He's not a Jordan Love fan, Mr. Ian Fish. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah. He's vicious. I'm not going to lie.
No, he's a tough grader.
There are not many people I'd want to be in a street fight with. Ian's definitely not one of those people. Eric, real quick, though. I want to know, give me your favorite all-time wrestler.
My favorite all-time wrestler is none other than, and you can see his autographs back there. I'm not sure if you can see. You probably can't. But that is the Nature Boy Ric Flair autograph right there. So I am a fan of the classics. I love me some Ric Flair. It's pretty much a tie between him and Shawn Michaels, but those are the classics. If we're going with a contemporary favorite, I am a Will Ospreay guy. He's the best in the world, and it's not even particularly close from an in-ring perspective. No offense to all you weebles, WWE fans, but hey, Ospreay's the real deal.
Yeah, Ospreay is incredible. I might jar with you a little about Omega because I think Kenny and Ospreay are maybe neck and neck. Let's throw some Jay White in there. I don't know. my favorite pro wrestler of all time. Ric Flair is on my Mount Rushmore, but there is one guy that I love more than Flair. His name is Roddy Piper. May he rest
Oh, yeah.
the best mic man to ever lace up a pair of boots.
Yeah, when he was quasi-sober, yeah. You get the late 90s. Late 90s Piper was, you didn't know what you were getting as soon as you talked to them on the microphone. But,
I got to meet him about a year before he passed away. It was one of the best days of my life. So, such a cool guy. And, sad that he's no longer with us. Who is with us?
Chew bubblegum and kick butt. That's what he was there for. Chew bubblegum and kick butt.
Yep.
That's right. You don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun.
That was a good Piper.
That's a pretty good Piper, right?
That was good, yeah. But guys, the chat is here with us. The chat is overflowing.
Let's go, boys.
It's a veritable Royal Rumble in the chat tonight. Steve's in here with us. We got Jeremy Harder in here saying, finally made it to one of these. Well, glad to see you, Jeremy. Retro Coach, you didn't know? Your butt better call somebody. And then Jeremy's got 2 words for us, and we know what those 2 words are. Ladarius, one of my wrestling brothers, is here with us tonight.
Ladarius is always a baby face in the chat.
All right, Ian, I'm going to tee you up. Ready? L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, boy.
Mr. Scampers is in here with us tonight.
Let me talk to you.
Here. Mm-hmm. All right, Craig saying, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joey Wright, and I'm the advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed sports charity tournament, the Scott Fishbowl. Yeah. I got a little more hair than Paul Heyman, I like to think, though. Herms is in here.
I have a little less.
Herms. Wrestling game, too. Yeah.
You know that Herms and I, again, at the Fantasy Football Expo, when I had put down my wiffle ball bat, we were actually taught by a real professional wrestler, the great Thomas Tipple of Fantasy Points. Herms and I actually did a couple of lockups at Jose's Landing at the Fantasy Football Expo. Me and Herms got a little work in. You know, we were working on our locking up form for wrestling.
Nice.
Real wrestling fan, Herms.
Let's get that banner up here for you guys so you know what the code is. But we're going to go through the chat. Say hey to everybody in here. Andrea's in here tonight. Andrea, how you doing? Oh, our favorite luchador, Mauricio.
Amigo! I just happen to have right next to me, in case Mauricio is here, the mask that Mauricio gifted to me, again, at the Fantasy Football Expo. This is a replica El Matematico hat, a famous luchador from Mexico. He's known as the Mathematician. And I think that's an amazing gimmick, considering we are wonky math guys here in the fantasy community. Thank you, Mauricio, amigo.
Eric, there is a reason I invited you to be the guest for this show. Like, you're already knocking it out of the park, buddy.
We have our masks from Mauricio downstairs.
Oh,
that's right.
Ian, go get your mask.
I come prepared.
Ian's got a Penta mask. That's what Mauricio gave Ian way before the WWE.
Yeah.
That's an awesome mask. Great work. Mauricio is just a gem of a human being, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Steve asking me where my slinglet is. I did say I was going to wear one. Didn't I? Yeah.
Good call, Steve. You can't let him get away with that.
You guys didn't ask me my favorite wrestler back in the day. It was
Scott.
It was Michael. It was Michaels and Hart back in the day.
Okay.
And nowadays, I mean, it's clearly the only guy that's just like objectively better than Ospreay, El Grande Americano. Like clearly the best wrestler in all of. Like it's got to be him, right?
Your answer is not technically that bad, Scott. It's a pretty good answer, to be honest.
I've never seen El Grande Americano lose. That's all I'm saying. I've never seen him lose.
Ian's getting some love in here. Yeah, chat. Let us know your favorite wrestlers. We'll put it up throughout the show. We got some Billy Kidman love in here. Wow, there we go.
Whoa, Billy Kidman! Heck yeah! Let's pick at our shirts in honor of Billy Kidman. Why did he do that? Why was he always picking on us? I don't know.
Jameson Hutchinson here, another big wrestling fan. Go ahead, Scott. What?
Are you gonna put up a QR code or anything for me to scan?
Yeah, I got the thing down there. Let's put the QR code up.
All right.
Chat, they're already in there. Look at them go.
They're having fun. Look at
Yeah.
that.
So there's the QR code for tonight. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Whoa. For
Oof.
everybody, so you can see.
There
it.
we go.
All right, there you guys go. All right, well, the chat, you are here. We will go through your comments as the show goes, and there's a lot of you guys in here tonight. We'll make sure to say hey to everybody. But we got to take care of a little bit of housekeeping before the game starts. First off, I want to send out a very special thank you to Daniel Vitale for the use of the John Cena saxophone cover. We put his Instagram in a banner. I'll put it up here in a little bit, and it's also in the description of the show. If you're watching us here on Fantasy Cares YouTube, go ahead and like and subscribe. Same thing with the Football Guys Live YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're watching us on the other one, hop over to the other one and like and subscribe to that one. Let's just give all the love. And then also consider making a donation to Fantasy Cares. A lot of great things they have going on. Something very special in between game 1 and game 2, we will be announcing tonight. There's some teasers out there. You can read between the lines.
If you think you know what it is, you don't know what it is. There's no chance.
I know, but that's because I was told. But the chat, I don't know.
Oh,
I gotta put this comment up.
Eric's on mute, I think.
Boss is here.
You got no chance. Thank you. I was on mute. Mm-hmm. Oh, Joe Bryant. Yeah. Hey, boss. I got to hang out with Joe last month at the FSGA. It was a great time.
He's the best. I got to go have lunch with Joe a couple weeks ago.
Hopefully,
Florida.
Hopefully, Joe's going to be at a couple of SFB events. Maybe Chicago, Joe. Are you going to be at Chicago?
I would think so.
We have one in Nashville, Joe.
You got to hope so. All right, guys. Well, go ahead and scan that QR code if you haven't already, or go to Kahoot.it on your web browser. From there, you'll need to enter the 7-digit code for the game, which today will be 2006716. And from there, you'll enter a nickname. Any vulgar or hateful names will not be eligible for prizes. In addition, we'll remove you from the game. And I did learn how to do it, everyone. I've been teasing it. I've been threatening it. Well, now I know how to do it. So be aware. Once a game begins, a question will come up on the screen as well as on your device. Answer by clicking or tapping on your choice from your device. Accuracy and speed will both factor into your score. The quicker you answer correctly, the higher the points. And you'll have 45 seconds to answer each question. Each game will consist of 12 questions, and we'll be playing 2 separate games. As you guys know, because you all are all here for it, this week's theme is Wrestlemania. And these trivia questions span the 41 years of Wrestlemania.
Ooh.
And this is not pro wrestling trivia. This is specifically Wrestlemania trivia. Guys, I know I have seen every Wrestlemania. I could not be more excited to share these trivia questions with you guys tonight.
I think you've seen all of them, haven't you?
Not all of them.
Not all of them? Okay. I was just asking if you'd seen all of them, too.
Nope.
I certainly
burst in here. Just spitting fact. Kenny and Okada trilogy is the best 3-match series of all time.
Correct.
It's going to be a 4th.
No offense to Flair and Steamboat, but that's the best. Yeah. We'll see. We're going to get a 4th at All In. So it's, we're extending past the trilogy.
I am teasing sleeping on Bob Harris's couch to see that match.
Oh, is Bob down there? Well, then we're all going.
And then everybody put your fingers up for the tribal chief. We must acknowledge him.
You know what? I'll do it with my left hand.
Defiant.
Oh, such a heel.
My 7-year-old does it every time. And he does
I love it.
He does the slow raise up, my 7-year-old when he's watching.
Yeah, Jeremy was right for making us give the one. Thank you, Jeremy, for correcting that gross error.
I'm going to fix my screen here, and then we're going to get into the game, guys. We have 38 people in the game. I want to say, is this our highest? I said it before the show. More people are showing up this week than any other week. So,
you know what? Once I knew Eric was coming on, I took out the rails. I didn't want to go off the rails. I just uninstalled them.
You have to.
There's no point in having rails for this show. Yeah. I uninstalled them.
Meeting Eric in person is an experience. Being on a show with him times 10. Like, I remember the first time I did a show with Eric, I was like, okay, let's stay on track, guys. And tonight I'm just like, guys,
Nope.
we've got 24 questions. Let's just get there before the hour and a half ends. Like,
Well, Joey, we got to tell them about the time we first met, which also
true.
was at the Fantasy Football Expo.
I will tell the story real quick. Eric was playing pool at Jose's Landing in Canton, Ohio. Or is it
with Ian Harditz? Yep, me and Harditz were getting
Harditz.
whooped by Wagman. Wagman was beating up on us. And Bo.
Eric was wearing a beautiful Bobby Eaton t-shirt. And beautiful Bobby Eaton was a pro wrestler from the 70s and 80s and a little bit in the 90s who was known for...
Yeah, 90s. Come on, Blue Bloods.
Okay, I'm just... But more for the 80s and 70s. Was it the Midnight Express? Am I correct there?
Midnight Express, absolutely. Jim Cornette, Stan Lane, Dennis Condrey.
Do you remember his finisher? What it was called?
Alabama Jam, baby! Come on now. This is beautiful
So,
Bob Eaton we're talking about, the greatest tag team wrestler of that generation.
Eric is wearing this shirt, and I have not arrived yet. And a few people have been like, I don't know who that is, but there's going to be a guy here later that's going to know exactly who that is. I walk into Jose's Landing. I've not received a text from anyone, and I'm just like scanning the bar, and I've never met Eric. And I just immediately beeline, and I go, is that a beautiful Bobby Eaton t-shirt? And then Eric and I talked about pro wrestling for, 45 minutes?
Custom made, beautiful Bobby Eaton t-shirt. And the precursor to that was I was talking to your friends, and I was telling everybody in the bar, anybody who knows who this wrestler is, I'm buying a beer. Whoever comes in, anybody, do you know who this is? Do you? Nobody had any idea who beautiful Bobby Eaton was until Joey walked in that door.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ian, you're going to need to watch some beautiful Bobby Eaton matches.
Have to. Mandatory.
Spoiler, he was not beautiful.
Well, that's the rib.
Oh, gosh. All right, guys.
I argue his mullet was beautiful, but, we can agree to disagree.
For its time. I once again, off the rails, I, for some reason, thought that he was in the Beverly Brothers for the longest time. I don't know why, but I'm always like, yeah, Bobby Eaton was in the Beverly Brothers. I'm like, no, he wasn't, Joey. Come on. All right. Guys, let's get to this first game.
Let's get to it.
Get your devices in hand. All right, WrestleMania Pack 01.
Woohoo!
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lawrence Taylor is the only professional Hall of Fame member to main event a WrestleMania. Who did he face? A, Honky Tonk Man. B, Randy Savage. C, Bam Bam Bigelow. Or D, Ahmed Johnson.
I know. Am I allowed to answer? How does this go?
You're allowed to talk about it once the
question is done.
Now you
okay,
can.
so
Oh,
a lot of people there knew that it was Bam Bam Bigelow.
I got it, but I'm in 19th.
I was in the Sun Dome in Tampa, Florida, the night that Bam Bam pushed Lawrence Taylor in the front row Royal Rumble.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And also considered to be, until Stephen Amell came around, the greatest, if not still, the greatest celebrity. And Bad Bunny had a great showing too, but he was the best celebrity wrestling match for decades.
Yeah.
Until it kind of got challenged recently.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the podium. All right, Jim D. Stancho Vachon. Oh,
Stancho Vachon, a little Luna reference. Yeah.
Stancho Vachon, yeah. Luna. Or Mad Dog Vachon, yeah.
I think a lot of people got this one right. I got it right.
I got it, but I'm in
with
19th.
a score of 966, and I'm in 21st.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be I made the questions a little more difficult tonight because I knew the people are going to be bringing it tonight.
I didn't scan the QR code. I'm sorry.
Can you still get in?
I mean, I don't know. Can I?
You can just be here for the vibes, man.
I'll be here for the vibes.
Chill sometimes. Yeah.
That's usually what I do, honestly.
I'm in. I'm no problem.
Let's get to the next question. All right. Who ended the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30?
Oh, come on now. You guys know this.
Was it Roman Reigns, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, or Kane? Put the 1.
I better have gone 1,000 on this.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No, you can get it.
Can you? I've never seen it.
I've got 1,000 many times.
Ian, is WrestleMania? I know WrestleMania is going to, or no, is it SummerSlam's coming to Minneapolis?
Yep.
2026.
Did you see the Raw in Minnesota? The crowd was something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we like.
He means that negatively.
Yeah.
He thinks the crowd wasn't into it enough.
Yeah.
Well, especially after that European tour that was piping hot.
It was
Yeah,
so
that was
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was Brock Lesnar. One of the most shocking moments in wrestling history.
He got a 991 on that one.
Should have gone higher.
Atta boy.
Look at
Nice
the podium.
work.
A little bit of shake. Oh, Doomsday just coming up
On it.
from the dungeon, from the bowels of the rankings board. Stand up, Sean still in there. Reasonable. Hey, 1 point behind. Look how close we are, guys. 4 points on the leaderboard. It's going to be close tonight, guys.
Retro Coach, SFBLA this year. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No.
Okay, SFBLA this year, Retro. You just mentioned it. It's July 12th or 13th that weekend, 12th, I believe, and it's in LA this year, downtown LA. It's not out in Orange this year. It's in LA. But Eric will also be at Las Vegas on June 21st.
Ooh,
You're darn right I will be at Circa Stadium Swim. I mean,
so
what
will
a
Joey Wright, and
venue.
so will I. This entire group above and below me here.
Mhm.
Oh, you'll be there too, Joey?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how we're
on.
doing it, but my goal is to get trivia on the stadium swim board. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but that's my goal. And there's been times in my life I've not achieved my goals, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But that'd be pretty cool if it happened. But yeah,
They did let us have the big some of the segments of the big screen early, but very quickly they wanted sports on. So
Am I allowed to crank some wiffle balls? Can we hit some wiffle balls at Stadium Swim? Is that allowed?
We'll see how full it is.
Oh yeah, that's probably good question. Can't be just rocking people. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be cool.
If we get down there right at 9, 10 a.m., maybe.
Yeah, we could probably crank a couple. That's going to do it.
Then, but
right. Good point.
Scott, we've had studio trivia.
Yeah.
We've had garage trivia. I think it's time for hot tub trivia.
We absolutely need to have trivia.
I'm just saying.
Trivia game there.
All right.
I am 100%
next question.
for that.
Ironically, who will Roman Reigns bury this Saturday to become the only superstar with 10 WrestleMania main events? Is it Big Show, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, or Steve Austin?
I like how he says bury. Nice insider term there. I like it. Mm-hmm. Retro Coach says the plastic bat might melt in the Vegas sun. We're going to find out. Yeah. I don't think so. I think this plastic is made to stand some heat. Wiffle ball is a summer game. I think we're going to be all right.
Sniper Melon here tonight saying, Ian, I hope you're well. That's sweet.
Paul Stanishek with a Mad Dog Vachon reference, which I like. I went Luna. He went Mad Dog. So he wins. He wins.
Wait, I'm an 8th?
Wow. Hogan getting the votes.
I missed the question, but then I still got it right, and now I'm an 8th.
You got it right.
How did I do that?
Yep. He asked Hogan.
He very well might bury Hogan. He very well might. You never know.
He's not saying he missed it. He was talking to Mom and came over and clicked it way, way late, and he still moved up.
Yeah. I have my analysis on every single WrestleMania match this year. So
we're gonna get to that, Ian, because I know you did your homework. So we're gonna let you do a rundown here in a little bit. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Just major shakeups.
Wow.
In here, Fantasy Ball Briefcase, John, reasonable still. Reasonable, good score there. 40 points behind. Retro Coach mentioned Bash at the Beach. I was at Bash at the Beach the night Hogan dropped the leg. NWO formed. That was a fun night too.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You were there?
I was at Bash at the Beach in Daytona Beach, and you have oh
my God.
Keep in mind, you're in the South. And yes. I mean, in the heyday of WCW, when Hogan turned heel, I was afraid, my mother was afraid for us to get to the car because people were that mad.
I love it.
Don't mess with Southerners in pro wrestling. They just
that is like the holy grail. And it's like, oh yeah, everybody says that they were there for X event, Y event, or whatever, but nobody really was. You were actually at Bash on the Beach. That is an incredible historical reference.
Now, I was at the worst WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 33. So I got my payback of like, hey, I was at one of the pinnacle moments in pro wrestling of the 20th century. However, the Mania that I paid $500 for a seat was a big stinker. So every event I attended that week.
And now that TKO has taken over, Ian probably will never be able to afford a premium line. So it's right. Eric went to WrestleMania for $300 a couple of years ago, and now the cheapest ticket for WrestleMania is $700, and you can't see anything.
Yeah, I had excellent seats, and it was $300 in LA. That was 2 years ago. Those same seats are now $3,000. It's literally a 10 times markup.
I think a lot of it's Vegas too for this year. I think if they put it in like Miami, I think it would be a little less expensive. So
the tickets for Minnesota at SummerSlam are the same.
Really?
Yeah. Are you serious?
It's ridiculous.
That's terrible.
I'm like to even get a decent view, it's like $1,000+ bucks.
Oh my gosh, that's why me and Joey are going to All In.
Bob lets me sleep on his couch. I've already gotten kind of clearance from the wife on it, so we'll see.
Are we allowed to? I will sleep on the floor. I'm fine.
All right, guys, let's get to the next question. We've got a lot of questions to get through still. How many WrestleManias featured a Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock match?
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, or 4? How many WrestleManias did those two face off in a match?
This is an interesting one. I think I know the answer, but I could be wrong.
Hot tub trivia in 119-degree weather.
Now we're talking.
Well, it's even earlier in June this year, so it shouldn't be that hot.
I mean, it's going to be even hotter in there with these three handsome dudes.
That's right.
Heating up that place. Let's be honest here.
Retro Coach, did I throw anything at the ring when Hogan turned? No, because I felt I was finally vindicated for all the years that I did not like Hulk Hogan. The only person that I'm aware of to block me on Twitter was Hulk Hogan.
Whoa!
Yeah. Joey will tell that story on Wednesday Night Hangout, right?
It was actually, it's not, nothing I said was bad. So, yeah. 26 people knew that it was 3 WrestleManias that The Rock and Stone Cold faced off at. And then Kevin, you know what? He just trumped me. I was at the one where Arquette won the WCW title. He got to watch a wrestling company crumble that night. Wow.
Kevin has the trump card on all of us. Yeah. That is amazing. The Arquette title reign. He saw it. Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Ian, WCW was so wonderful, and then that night happened.
I wish I got to see the Nick Gage Arquette match even more so than being there. I mean, that would have been an interesting take
during that time.
Oh, yeah, because he got pizza cuttered. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it.
All right. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Ruick still at the top. That leaderboard just kind of shook up a little bit. Let's head to the next question. All right. Who did Shawn Michaels say, "I'm sorry, I love you," before super kicking him into retirement at WrestleMania 24? Was that Ric Flair, Ted DiBiase, Marty Jannetty, or Triple H?
The speed at which he clicked that, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first time I ever see it.
Yeah.
Attaboy. I'm proud of you, Ian, for knowing that. That's an important historical moment. Frankly, an all-time WrestleMania moment in my eyes.
I got a question for the chat. If I were to put up a WrestleMania contest for this week, like we did for the Rumble, would you want to play? Does the chat want to play in a WrestleMania contest? I don't know if it's predicting the winners of matches or something like that, probably.
What color does John Cena wear to the main event of WrestleMania?
That can be a tiebreaker question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. He's got to go with a black shirt. He's got to go heel.
I think he's also going to
No pretty pebbles, Cena. Black shirt, Cena. That would be the move.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Literally
992. So close.
I only went up one place.
Wow, people had that one.
On it. Yeah, that's a legendary moment. Dan Young. Cena will wear a rainbow shirt just to mess everyone up. I like it. thinking outside the box. And, of course, Herms is a GCW guy, my man.
Herms looked like he could wrestle in GCW.
Herms would be a great GCW wrestler. Absolutely. I could see him and Effie having a good feud.
No,
and I'm not. I'm not saying anything about you there.
100%. I see exactly what you're saying. All right, guys, let's head to the next question. We're about halfway through this pack. Which venue has hosted the most WrestleMania events?
Wow.
Madison Square Garden, the Superdome in New Orleans, AT&T Stadium, or the Silverdome?
Oh, what a great question.
I swear I got this.
You clicked it so quick. I hope you got it.
I got my guess, but I'm not sure. This is a tough one. I wonder how many MSGs. I know we had 10.
So were you pretty sure?
I thought I knew. It was either.
Don't say it.
I know. I'm not gonna say it was either this. It's either one of them.
It was Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, because the early ones. The early ones were all there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say MSG or the Superdome.
That was one of my guesses too. Ian.
Superdome will tie it when the Superdome is there next. Is it New Orleans next year again? I think?
WrestleMania 42.
Yep. I always remember what WrestleMania number it is because I'm 1 year older than WrestleMania.
Props.
All right. How's the chat doing? Chat, how you hanging in there? Doing good? All right.
They're rolling.
Oh.
They're rolling. We get Benetti reference.
Yeah. See, I was the weird kid that always liked the heels. And I was like, finally, Shawn Michaels gets rid of that dead weight and just put him right through the barbershop window.
Another legendary moment.
Steve F. went to college with John Cena.
Oh, he went to Springfield.
Yeah.
I'm from Massachusetts as well, Steve, so I'm very aware of Springfield College. John Cena from Newburyport, about 20 minutes away from where I grew up.
Steve said he never saw John in class.
It is scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
It's also
Jail Sylvia. Oh, it's also right below the answers right now.
Yeah.
Oops. Right. There we go.
I like this. Jannetty was a coward trying to escape jumping through the window.
That's good.
Literally, the only good thing that Bruce the Barber Beefcake was ever a part of.
Yeah. No, you can't pair though. All right. Terrible, Joey. All right.
This is actually true. It's a true story. John Cena is in the SFB Orlando group chat.
Wow.
He is. He actually is.
Funny.
He's never said a word in there, but he's in there.
Reddit Ripley's in here. Oh, Reddit Ripley. Great name. Great name. I think that's probably Jeremy from Reddit.
Bravo.
Bravo on the name there. I wish I could give extra points for names. Brutus was great in the 80s cartoons. I had the bedspread set when I was a kid.
Fair. All right, we'll accept it. West Newbury. I'm sorry, I said Newburyport. Bob is not going to allow me to get away with that one. Bob is not having the West Newbury mistake. Apologies, my friend, Mr. Gilchrist. The great
Ian Howard.
Bob
Ian,
Gilchrist.
how are you doing? How are you doing on the board there?
He dropped down after missing that one.
Yeah, after missing the MSG one.
All right, Ian, I want you to give me night one, WrestleMania.
Night one,
what match are you looking forward to the most?
Which match am I looking forward to the most?
Event.
Yeah, it's got to be the main.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Got it. Roman Punk.
Yep.
Frankly, I'm a little disappointed with the night one card.
Seth.
I said Seth. I brought
You
him
said
up.
Roman Punk. You left.
I said Roman Punk, Seth.
You're forgetting about the winner, Seth Rollins.
That's right, Ian. That's right. Seth is he deserves to win. He is the workhorse. The last 10 years, he's been faithful to WWE.
Man, I'm sorry, but imagine paying $1,500 for a decent seat, and you have to go and see that night one card that besides the main. Like I'm not inspired by it. Night two is the night.
Yep. Yeah, we were talking about the night one just earlier today. Ian had him pulled up, and he's like, "Man, this. What did you call it? It was kind of like a
crown jewel match card to me.
Wow! Yeah. And you're right. That's a great call, Ian.
I mean, you have one men's world title match, one women's world title match. You got 3 rivalry matches, a tag team match. Yeah.
Owens going down really hurt night one. Really, really took a lot of the steam because that Orton Owens match would have been fun.
Oh,
Owens
yeah.
always-
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Now
That
it
hurt.
gives the option to, throw in a surprise guest for Orton. And,
Yep.
and that might be
Rusev.
fun, but we'll see how the match is. I think the Owens match would have been great. I don't know that the Orton and surprise guest will be as great.
No. Well, it's tough. I mean, you got to build in a week. Here you go.
Yep.
Maybe they'll throw all this in there. Maybe they won't. But I mean, no matter what, it's a quick build.
I wouldn't mind the Aldis thing happening just for him to have that moment. In
That
his
would be
career.
fun. All this come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Pierre Wilson. Won't happen. I want Matt Riddle to return for Orton. We personally assure you that ain't happening.
I legitimately want to see a Riddle Goldberg shoot fight. I want them to get like an octagon. I want to see it happen.
Goldberg
I think
too
Riddle
old.
would put him to sleep. I really do.
Riddle would handle him. Goldberg simply too old. I will say I have a friend who works on the Indies, and the Fed that he does commentary for, Riddle wrestled there a few times, and everything you think about Riddle in terms of his herbal remedies backstage, Rob Van Dam-esque, we'll just say, when it comes to Mr. Riddle and his non-ring activity.
Interesting.
We'll keep it innuendo for the kids.
Paul, I'm gonna have to correct you here. WrestleMania 21 was great when Hogan came out to save Eugene. No, nothing good Hulk Hogan has ever done.
Not having it. Not on Joey's show. Not on
my
Joey's show. He's not even going to... You won't even give him the Mega Powers handshake? Come on. Begrudgingly. I mean, you can give it.
I will. Okay. Thank you for showing up.
The importance of that cultural moment with him and Mach.
Yeah.
The handshake.
I will
have
say
friends that I do that handshake with every time I see him. So
the one thing I saw that came out in the documentary that was on Peacock this week about Hogan and the jet ski, and we've heard all kind of stories about Hogan and the jet ski, and Hogan says that Macho Man did not give him that black eye, and I completely agree with Hogan because Randy Savage gave Terry Bollea that black eye that day. We all know it happened.
Well, I mean, jet skis and parasailing. When it comes to Beefcake and Hogan, you don't want to do either of them, apparently, with those two guys.
All right, let's get to the next question before I start getting real heated about Hogan. All right. When Seth Rollins cashed in at WrestleMania 31, who did he pin to become the WWE champion? Was it Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Big Show, or Roman Reigns? Who did he pin?
I had to have gotten 1,000 on this. There's no
Let's
way.
go, Ian. You know.
Would you call it the cash in of the century or something? What'd you call it?
Heist of the century.
Heist of the century.
Heist. I love it. Ocean's 11. Sit back.
Great reference, Kevin. I can't believe Hulk Hogan turned down being in Metallica.
Kevin Tompkins is on fire right now in the chat. He's been humming with some of this stuff.
Hogan says that he was invited to be in Metallica. It's completely.
I'm probably the only person
Unbelievable.
who watched every episode of Thunder in Paradise, though. So
I have not. I've not seen it. And I know Joey hasn't.
I watched it. He did pin Roman Reigns, and what a night that was. My favorite WrestleMania memory. Seth cashing in.
I remember. Yeah, I remember exactly. Brock was about to hit the F5 on Rollins. Roman speared Brock. Then Seth hit the curb stomp on Roman to win the match. I remember it exactly, yeah.
Dare I say, shades of WrestleMania 9 in that finish with Brett and Yoko, and then Hogan coming down before there was Money in the Bank. But he's just Hulk Hogan. He gets to do anything he wants, doesn't he, Joey?
I highly recommend everyone watch the documentary that's on Peacock about WrestleMania 9, the first WrestleMania in Vegas. It's kind of the first WrestleMania that they actually kind of put on a spectacle. They had live animals, all kinds of crazy things. Although Animal from the Road Warriors was not with the company at this point. There were other live animals, though. It's really good. It's like an hour and a half. I had fun watching it. And they don't treat Hogan nicely. They kind of say, like, yeah, he screwed Brett. Although Brett does say, like, it was the worst he's ever felt as a pro wrestler.
I would imagine.
And I was like, oh, really? That was the moment, Brett? Because you've talked about something else a lot more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could just have a whole podcast about bashing on Hogan, but let's get to the leaderboard and take a look. Reddit Ripley. I'm just hoping you win, Reddit Ripley, because the name is just too good. Lon Michaels.
Rook ain't having it. Lon Michaels.
All right, let's get to the next question. All right. What tag team has the most WrestleMania appearances?
Oh,
Is it Demolition, New Day, Usos, or the Rockers? That is the Bushwhackers there, though. Had to give some love to the Bushwhackers.
I have an idea here, but that's an interesting question. It's an interesting one. Obviously, my guesses.
Got a little love for Demolition.
Demo. The Repo Man.
Yeah.
A reminder.
Which yours is mine.
4 more questions, and we have a major announcement.
Big announcement.
Uh-oh.
Big announcement.
Was it New Day? It was New Day, huh?
It was New Day.
It was New Day or the Usos for me. I knew it wasn't the Rockers or Demolition, because Demolition wasn't around long enough. Well, once Bill Eadie had the who was Axe, he had some bad shellfish in Japan, and that was it. Quit. Done. Now Barry Darso smashes the Repo Man. Yeah. The rest is history.
All right, let's take a look at the
Retro Coach is right about it.
All right. Which WrestleMania match is listed as the highest rated WWE match of all time on CageMatch.net?
Oh, I know this.
Is it Brett and Austin at WrestleMania 13? WrestleMania 12's Roddy Piper Goldust Backlot Brawl? WrestleMania 20 Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar? Or WrestleMania 30 Daniel Bryan, Triple H, and Randy Orton?
Some of these selections.
Yeah, I know.
I was waiting.
The highest rated match of all time. And you throw out Goldberg Lesnar. You are a savage, Joey.
I'm sure.
Yeah, see, James Dubs is with me too. He knows. Yeah, he's exactly, James.
Yeah, it was Brett and Austin. Matches going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Hell yeah. First ever match inducted in the Hall of Fame. And makes Brett a 3-timer. The only 3-timer.
I was just about to say that. 3-time, yeah.
You're a good man, Ian.
I was looking for the Taker versus Shawn.
Porg, it should be.
I was looking for Taker Shawn too, Ian. That's who I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I was like, it's got to be Taker Shawn.
Meltzer gave it 5 stars, but no, CageMatch.net, Austin Hart is the highest rated WWE match.
So Cage Match is wrong. That's not a 5-star match. That's absolute nonsense. Nonsense.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Ruick is just hanging in there.
This guy Rook is not playing games.
31.
BH
31 point lead.
Props.
31 is not a lot, too. This could, we got questions left. That's going to be tough.
All right, let's get through these. So we need to get to that announcement. WrestleMania traditionally features a performance of which patriotic song? Is it the national anthem, America the Beautiful, God Bless the USA, or This Land?
Oh, I know this one.
This one.
Yep.
I'll never forget this one. Arguably, the worst performance of this song I've ever seen in my life was at WrestleMania 3. Do you remember the WrestleMania 3 rendition of this, Joey? You know who sang it? We'll get it to this
Aretha,
after.
Was it?
No,
it wasn't Aretha.
No, much. But to say that this person is not in the same class as Aretha Franklin is a drastic understatement.
Who was it?
America the Beautiful. It was Jake Roberts' sister, Rockin' Robin. Oh. Watch the Rockin' Robin America the Beautiful performance from WrestleMania 3. It is appalling. I can't believe Vince watched her do a sound test and was like, yeah, we're going to go with Rockin' Robin on America the Beautiful here. Trust me.
America the Beautiful. I like that tradition. I
like it too.
It's good. You're going to sing one.
They had Ray Charles and Aretha Franklin do it.
Yeah.
Major
Legend
stars.
has done it, yeah.
John Legend's done it. No offense, Ray Charles, greater than John Legend. I've seen Ray Charles. I saw him at the Newport Jazz Festival in 2001. He didn't see me.
I'm glad you said it because I had it right there and I just held it. I held it.
Wow.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Derek. Mania 5 was Robin. Thank you, Derek R. That's my man.
There might be
I apologize. I thought it was 3. Thank you, Derek R.
Speaking of singing, and I'm just curious, Joey and Eric, at Don't Tell Mamas on Saturday night of Las Vegas Live, what is your first song you're singing?
You know what I'm singing.
I don't. Well, I have an idea.
I'm going custom made. I'm only doing my custom tunes. I'm only my Weird Al Yankovic custom tunes come out in Las Vegas, and I will absolutely be playing my number 1 all-time song, Cult of NFL Fantasy. So
it's good.
And then I have another one ready to go. I have a song in the can just for that event. I'm going to make sure I tape it. I'll be putting it on Twitter, and you'll understand exactly why I chose this custom song, and I'm very excited about it. So I got 2 custom songs coming. I'll probably kick it off with my my new one, and then I'll finish with Cult of NFL Fantasy. Real crowd pleaser.
Guys, we have a celebrity in the crowd. Bad News Barrett's here. Joey, Scott, Ian. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Oh, I didn't even do a British accent. I really crapped the bed on that one. All right. Let's go to the next question. We got 2 questions left in this pack. What boxer competed in a match against Big Show at WrestleMania 24? Was it Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, or Muhammad Ali?
Jake Paul.
I got that right away.
Jake Paul was like 5 years old.
Don't give away the answers there.
I'm sorry, dude.
Was he alive?
Jake Paul.
Oh, God,
It was Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
The Big Show had to take a knee to get punched.
We got 4 Jake Pauls, though. We got 4 Jake Pauls.
I'm going to quote tweet now. I'm going to put out there that we're the major announcements in a few minutes.
Major announcement is coming.
All right.
Major announcement. Here on Joey's show, on the Football Guys show, major announcement.
Ian, before we go to this last question, I want you to tell me night 2, Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Yep.
Tell me how John's winning.
How he wins?
Ooh.
He's a heel now. He is 100% not winning clean. He can't win clean. They'll destroy him as a heel. Anyway, won't destroy. But yeah, there's no Stone Cold. That's not gonna happen. It can't. I don't know.
Think it's gonna be an interference? You think The Rock's gonna send someone else out, or
I don't know if The Rock's gonna be there either. I don't really like the idea of that. I don't know why.
Dude, I love Ian's booking philosophy here. This is great.
Yeah. We'll see.
He's absolutely right about killing him as a heel. He can't win clean. There's no way. It's impossible.
He can't win clean.
Can't do
I
it.
think he wins though. I think he wins, but not clean, because I think he would. Personally, I just think he needs to win early enough in the year to turn it around and leave good. You know, I don't think he can stay heel for too long. I think he wants to leave on a high note.
Retro Goats wants me to smash my television. He brings in Jeff Jarrett to hit Cody with a guitar, and then invites Hulk Hogan to drop the leg. I would just destroy my television. Ian is a young Gabe Sapolsky.
Wow, Kevin Tompkins gets my MVP vote for the chat.
Why is Kevin not on this
An
show?
unbelievable Gabe Sapolsky reference. Bravo.
I will say that this was the most requested show to be on, and it was the first show I booked. I told at least 7 people no. I said, guys, we're filled up. Like, you can't have too many people on there. Like, sorry, it's Ian.
This comes on the
Scott's gonna be on there.
Cares thing every once in a while, that they want wrestling content on the Fantasy Cares channel. They want fantasy content or wrestling contests on the Fantasy Cares.
Yes, has to happen. We need Bob. Where's Gilchrist? Bring Gilchrist out of the bullpen. We need you, Bob.
Guys, I forgot. We're giving away 2 Funko Pops tonight. The first game is the Cody Rhodes Funko Pop, and the second game is the Gunther Funko Pop. So the winner of this game will get the Cody Rhodes Funko Pop.
Let's
Guys.
go.
Not locking in.
Leaderboard.
Dude, that is
It's
awesome.
a tight game.
Rook and reasonable. Very reasonable, Rook. Very reasonable.
Right.
Let's not forget about BH. Dude, Rook is
The
doing
last question.
This is
You
awesome.
do this, guys. I want to give you the heads up because I want everyone to be able to click as fast as they can. But remember, click correctly. All right, last question. WrestleMania 2 featured an NFL versus WWF Battle Royal won by Andre the Giant.
Wow.
Who was the last NFL player eliminated? Was it Russ Francis, the Gobbledygooker, William Perry, or Bro Fralick? Who was the last NFL player eliminated?
Jeez, I remember Russ Francis being in there because I'm from Boston. He was a Patriots guy. I don't know how Russ Francis had the pull to get into a WrestleMania Battle Royal, but he was there.
It was WrestleMania 2. They were looking for the bar was lower.
Yeah.
At least Fralick was an All-Pro. Like Russ Francis, I mean, he was an offensive lineman. He was an All-Pro. Like Francis, ooh,
Look at those ring ropes. Those are definitely not tied on there.
Ian,
dude, that thing looks like it's about to collapse.
Yeah. It was
Ian has
Russ
this
Francis was the last
Oh,
one
yeah.
eliminated.
That's incredible.
Ian
Great
has
call.
talked about
Whoever
this
got that.
multiple
I thought
times.
it was Francis, but I wasn't sure.
That was a diabolical question. I apologize.
Ian has talked
Guys.
about this
Yeah.
multiple times. Who he thinks would be a great in the ring right now.
Yeah.
Tell us, Ian, who would be great?
NFL player, it's definitely Micah Parsons. You got the speed.
Oh, yeah.
You got his
You got the
build.
size. You got.
Yeah.
If you see him on podcasts, he's got the quick-witted
Yep.
intelligence. Like he'd be good on the mic.
Yeah.
Every time Ian brings that up, I love that answer.
Yeah.
I'll give
You know what
who I think. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say, I'm disgusted with Tony Franklin, the head coach of Penn State, who had both Micah Parsons and Abdul Carter playing off-ball linebacker until their final year at Penn State. What, you didn't figure out that these guys can rush? Give me a break.
I think just because of all of his Kittle's connections to the WWE, how much he loves it, I think he'd be good on the mic too. That's great too. I don't know. Yeah. He'd probably.
I will give you
be a
who
good
I
kid.
think would be great, and I'm going to do a little bit of a deep cut here, but would be such a baby face. Everyone would love him. Xavier Legette. Like,
Yeah, everybody.
Oh,
built
yeah.
great. DK Metcalf would also be really
And
great.
Keon
but-
Coleman. Keon Coleman. Nobody could understand what he's saying, but
I will say, I'm going with Garner Minshew. I'm talking about stage presence.
oh god.
I'm talking about creativity.
Eric, right
I'm
there.
talking
Yeah.
about just having that intangible it factor. Gardner Minshew.
And here's the thing: 100% of the people that we have mentioned would be better than Karrion Cross's current last year. All
Aaron
of
Cross
them.
is awful.
100% of them would be better than Karrion Cross over the last year.
Oh, wow. Karrion Cross. Shots fired. Shots fired. I hope he doesn't play fantasy.
He doesn't. He's not that smart.
Oh, Jamal
all right.
Williams.
Wow. Taking shots. Karrion
Yeah.
Cross is getting it. Hogan and
He's gonna
Karrion Cross for Joey Wright. Do not come on this show, either of you.
Yeah.
Or
Him and Drake
Triple
Wirtz
H.
can go have a nice weekend together. I don't know.
Props
All right,
to Kevin
let's look and see-
Tompkins. One more for Kevin Tompkins. Jake Hayner as the narcissistic heel is a phenomenal call. Kevin obviously remembers those pictures he took where he's like, Jake Hayner, I'm ready to handle that clipboard. Yeah. Great call, Kevin. Thank you.
All right. Guys,
You know
let's see
what?
who won the game. Oh, go ahead, Scott.
I was gonna say, let's get Sam Hartman from the Commanders just to join Pretty Deadly.
Yes.
there you go. Nice.
Look at the
Like it.
booking we're doing here, guys.
Love it. All right. We have hit an hour, and we knew this was going to happen. But let's get to the winner of this game, winning a Cody Rhodes pop, coming in third place. Reasonable.
That's a
Maybe
reasonable
back to the top
finish.
there. Close. Ruick is
Oh my
knocked
God,
on the
Ruick,
top five
calm down!
in first place. Ready?
Oh,
What a comeback.
Ripley! No way!
Wow.
Let's
Rhett
go.
Ripley. Congratulations.
Oh,
Jeremy, I
so-
do think that's you. So shoot me a DM on Twitter and we'll get your contact info to get you the Cody Rhodes Funko Pop. But I'm actually going to shut up right now and I'm going to hand the stage over to Scott. I think Scott's got something to tell us.
I really don't, but I think Eric has something to tell us, and it's in the form of a video that I'm going to play right.
Oh, we're playing the video?
Eric Frodes on NBC Sports here from Windy Sea Beach in lovely San Diego, where while the sun is going down behind me, it is the dawn of a new era for college fantasy football. And the reason why is I've been working closely with Scott Fish, Bob Gilchrist, and the entire fantasycares team in order to platform college fantasy football for the very first time with the Scott Fishbowl in conjunction. And what we're going to call it, since these are young developing players, it will be known colloquially as the Tadpole Bowl. So what I need you all to do, if you are interested, we have 2 live events that are scheduled already, Las Vegas and Minneapolis. I'll be hosting both of them. Thor Nystrom will be with me in Minneapolis. But if you want any other potential live drafts to happen, you can do that too. You have to go to the sign-up page. It's located down below. And make sure to get your name in so that you can participate in the Tadpole Bowl in 2025. Eric Froton, NBC Sports, thank you, and I look forward to competing with you in the first ever Tadpole.
Yes! Since 2001, when I first started playing college fantasy football, writing down stats by hand with the paper coming in the morning, I've been dreaming of this day. And here we are. Ready. Joey might, don't you take me off. I'm looking right in the video scope, Macho Man style. I am so excited for this. And this is just the first salvo. Understand, everybody, you just hate me, Joey. This is only the first salvo of us. We have more plans down the line, right, of a grandiose vision of how this all folds in. We have big vision, just like Ian.
It's in the name, too.
It's alluded to it in the name. We are tadpoles. But we will flourish, and we will develop into full-grown frogs. I know it's not fish, but we're close. We're close. You know what I mean? And we will develop into full-grown frogs in maybe a year, maybe 2, depending on how quickly this develops, right? So if you can go and we get enough signups, get enough interest this year, we will be sure to do something even more bold, even more ambitious next year. Now, my goal personally at the beginning of this is to have 50 leagues. Now, as you know, 45,000 people signed up to participate in the Fishbowl NFL League last year. Only 4,000 were able to participate. So now, if you don't get into the NFL side, that's okay. You can still get into the college fantasy side. We have 50 leagues, 12 teams each, for a total of 600 people is what we're shooting for. And obviously, whoever wins this will become goated in the college fantasy football community. I want to thank fantasycares. I want to thank Bob Gilchrist. And I want to obviously thank the great Scott and Ian Fish for making this happen. I could not be more thankful and excited for this summer and what's about to come. Thank you so much, everybody. And go out there. I'm not sure Scott has the sign-up information, but please go to the sign-up sheet. Let us know if you're interested in having a live draft even. If you think we can get 12 people, right, at one of those Scott Fish live drafts at any of those live locations, let us know, and we'll do everything we can to facilitate that. But for right now, if you want to do a live draft, Las Vegas and Minneapolis are on the schedule. Book it. Sign up at Scott Fish. I don't know. You know the website, Scott.
It's scrolling right below us right now.
Oh, there we go. I'm a genius.
fantasycares.org/college. You can sign up. Tell us your interest. We want to see how much interest there is and how much we want to do. I think we're talking about it, and it's like basically guaranteed to happen. Minnesota and Vegas, Eric will be there. I'll be there. If we can get 12 people, 24 people to do these drafts, live drafts at those events, let's go. It's going to be awesome.
Yep, I will be there hosting the Scott. I will make sure there's no way we're having a live draft of college fantasy football that I will not be there. lock that up. And keep in mind, Las Vegas, what a better venue to have the first ever Scott Fishbowl College Fantasy Draft than Stadium Swim. I cannot wait.
Oh, man.
Eric, I have two things for you. First, Scott and I were trying to put you big on the screen. That's what we were both trying to do. Didn't come through that way. Second, during the video, you had two cameos in the background. Did you know who those two young ladies were?
No, but I appreciate their impeccable timing.
Yeah,
of course.
I clocked that immediately, and I was like, "Hey, guys, did we know that was going on?"
I don't know that. No, that was unclear. There are a couple of very attractive young ladies, I will say, though. There, feel free to go and watch that again if you need to.
Yeah, we're gonna put the next. I'm gonna get the QR code big for you guys, so you can get that there. The code is 4447644. A lot of fours in there. I'll change the banner.
Let me get in now. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let me get in here.
Let's get that up there for you guys. Eric, how'd you feel about your first game of Fantasy Cares X Football Guys trivia?
It's everything I dreamed of and more.
I know it is.
I love wrestling, as you can probably ascertain by now, and obviously nothing but love from my brother, the great Joey Wright, who is right there with me in terms of wrestling fandom. Good luck finding two better and bigger and more knowledgeable wrestling fans than you got here.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ian. What other matches are you looking forward to WrestleMania weekend?
WrestleMania, the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match is my sleeper match of the night. I think that's going to be the best match. I feel like the best non-main event match in the whole show. Also, Rhea, Io, Bianca. In my opinion, Bianca's going to be a heel by then. Let's see why. I'll get to that.
I've got a question. I've got a question for you, Ian. This has been a subject of discussion because different strokes for different folks. And some people find Rhea and her look to be absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and others are like, I'm not as into it. How do you feel? Do you think Rhea is conventionally attractive? Are you into Rhea?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I probably shouldn't have gone with that.
He is 12, so it's
sorry.
Froton coming off the top rope there.
Geez, Froton. All right, moving on.
I'll answer the question. I dig it.
I dig it too.
I'm very attracted. I think she looks
I 100% dig it. Yep.
Absolutely.
She's a star.
Yeah, I don't get people who aren't into Rhea.
But Chris, did we crash the website?
I haven't even checked. Did it?
I hope so. That's the idea, right? Retro Coach has played some CFF. He played with my man Peeps. With the great Dwight Peebles. He played the Eliminator. All right, we got some experience in the chat. My man. And thank you to Jeremy Donert setting up with a Reddit AMA for college fantasy. I'm in. Let's go. I'll have to get a Reddit account.
Ian's notes. Yeah.
I want to talk about right here why I think Bianca's the heel here.
Let's hear it again.
100%. So Jade and Naomi's on night 1, and Bianca, Rhea, Io's on night 2 for a reason. I think this is a reason. I have such a good feeling that Bianca is gonna screw Jade over and help Naomi
on night 1.
Naomi cannot lose. She's a heel now. She can't lose. Like that would just crush her as a heel. But also Jade Cargill is Jade Cargill. She's this powerful force she's just this powerful force. She's only lost one match ever. I think the way she can lose is by Bianca screwing her over, and I think that's what's going to happen.
So you think Jade can't lose unless she's screwed over in that match, and you think it's going to be Bianca and she turns heel going into night 2.
Yeah, and maybe Bianca Rhea Io is no DQ because it's a triple threat. Naomi could also help Bianca there.
Check this thought.
I like it.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Because that sets you right up for, a possible SummerSlam, like a big SummerSlam main event with those two.
Bianca, Jade.
That's a big one. Yeah, that's a big match. And it would be obviously Jade's real coming out party because you can hide her a little bit in a four-way or, a tag match, but she's going to have to go and do the full match,
I felt like early they were hiding Jade.
Yeah, you have to. She's still developing.
I felt like she was powerful and decent in the ring. I thought her mic skills were pretty terrible early on, and I think they were trying to pull her back until they trained her on the mic.
Yeah, she's physically intimidating. She cannot wrestle. I'm sorry. Like I watched her for 3 years now.
Yeah,
and she's a botch factory. Luckily, she
is, but she's got
cover
power
the botches up,
which people like.
What'd you say?
She is, but she's also got power moves, which people like.
Oh, 100%.
She's one of a kind. There's nobody that
she'll get there.
She's one of a kind. There's only so many people who look like her. So you have to make sure that you take your time with her because when you do put her in that spot, and she's going to get that spot eventually, she has to be ready for it. You don't want her to have a Jimmy versus Jey Uso match out there in WrestleMania. Ooh. Oh.
All right, guys. We got a couple more minutes. We're going to let people filter in here.
Nicole Bass, great reference, Kevin Tompkins. Yeah, Nicole Bass, look at that. A great body. Little different than Nicole Bass, but I get the reference. Craig, a botch factory.
Botch factory. Craig, you've got like 8 kids. I don't think that's true. I think Craig has 5 kids, but I exaggerated the number there. Just like Hogan exaggerated many, many things throughout his illustrious career.
Hey,
let me just say something.
There's going to be exaggeration.
But he shouldn't have had that shrimp.
I feel about Hulk Hogan the way that people probably feel about Tiger Woods. And I like Tiger Woods. But without Hogan, of course, these guys would not be getting these paychecks. He kind of paved the way. But also, if it wasn't Hogan, Vince would have found someone else to do it. So, whatever.
Yeah, he would have found somebody else.
Superstar Billy Graham was right there. Could have easily.
Oh, no, this is hip injury, Billy.
Well, that's a good point.
And he's a heel. Right. But yeah, you could have changed him. Also, props to my boy Luke Probasco, big CFF guy. G5 Hive, respect.
Nice. All right, we're gonna hop into this game. We got 27 people in here. Some good names too. El Scampero was my favorite one. The luchador, famous luchador. All right.
I'm just Dominic Mysterio is the GOAT.
He wants Dominic Mysterio to have a title so bad.
Please. All right. First question. Who was not part of the historic triple threat at WrestleMania 35, the first women's main event in WrestleMania history? Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, or Sasha Banks? Who was not part of that main event?
If I didn't get 1,000 there.
Let's see if I got it.
I got that so quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. I was up there too. Let's see. Oh, I was wrong.
991 for Ian.
What?
Nice.
Great work. Great work, Ian.
Ian is so mad he lost the 9 points.
I forgot. I thought Ronda wasn't in there yet. I'm in 31st place with Dave Meltzer, so I'm in good company.
I got 954.
Dirty Dom up top.
Boom.
Let's go.
That's Ian.
Let's go, Ian.
Let's go, Ian.
1,000. It's not fair.
Let's get to the next question.
I like your Dom Mysterio goat. You have the goat.
Oh my god! I got this. 1,000.
Who won the first ever ladder match or Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21?
It took me so long to find his name.
Carlito, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, or Rey Mysterio?
Took me way too long to find his name.
I kind of love that it's WrestleMania 21, which was before Ian was born, and he's mad he didn't click it quick enough because he knew it. I love that he knows.
Respect. Nothing but respect.
Yeah, he knows a 20-year-old match so well.
I'm very excited for this. I'll be honest, I forget. I would have been a lot better in the last one.
When did you last watch this match?
When it happened?
No.
Edge.
Only 9.
Edge. Wow, great one.
Yep.
Cashed in on Cena. Or did he cash in on Cena? Is that who he cashed in on?
No, it was the ladder match. It was the ladder. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Let's see how we're doing here. Take a look at that leaderboard. Ian, hanging tough.
Dirty Dom, still doing it.
Let's go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I went Dirty Dom to win a Money in the Bank. I think him with the briefcase is a perfect prop.
That's
somebody
exactly
like
what
him.
Ian was talking about earlier today.
Yep.
He wants Money in the Bank for Dom.
Well, I actually wanted that last year instead of Drew. It would have been like instead of it could have been like Finn, Penta, Breaker at Mania. Then Dom cashes in on Finn.
So you want to hear something I called? What was it? Right when Fatu came up,
Yeah.
I said Fatu, Breaker, WrestleMania. Did I say 42 or 43? Yeah. I said 42 or 43 for the WWE Championship.
Now it looks like that could
and
happen.
now it's starting to progress.
Fatu wins the U.S. title. Breaker gets drafted to SmackDown.
It's in play. That would be a great match. Great power match.
Play, but I love that I called it right when he came up. I'm like, these two would be great for that.
Yeah.
Got some Braun Breaker fans on the show tonight.
Yeah, Breaker's good.
I've not been against Breaker.
Nobody throws a better spear than him.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from him.
It's that fullback nature of him. Baltimore
Absolutely.
Ravens fullback.
Dude, that last one we ran down the ramp and after we speared. And then actually, I've never seen him over-rotate. I've never seen someone do a spear and then flip because he hit him so hard with so much force and land on his back. I've never seen that. And we may never see it again. It was incredible. Right. Zilla Fatu reference from Herms. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He talks about Zilla all the time.
You guys are Zilla guys.
WrestleMania losses in history. So John Cena.
I know this one.
Yeah, it's them. Yeah. Ian pressed the wrong one. It's definitely this guy.
Yeah, it definitely
that we're pointing at. It's 100% that guy.
I know who it is.
Yeah, it's obviously him, the guy who's never won at WrestleMania, to my knowledge.
We'll see.
He's won.
I might be wrong.
I know
he has won at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
He won at WrestleMania, which I think was the right decision, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But a lot of people were mad because they thought he should have lost a certain match.
Huh.
God.
Yeah, Triple H just lost the most matches.
Triple H. That's correct. I got that one right.
He beat Sting, and a lot of people thought Sting should have won that. Absolutely not. Triple H.
We're pretty sure Kane has never won WrestleMania.
Oh, he might not, but the most losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, most. He has definitely beaten Pete Rose. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah.
Probably not.
All right, let's take a look at that leaderboard, guys. Oh,
Dirty Dom. Myron. Oh, wow, we got a close one. Juza.
Myron.
I will say,
Myron
too, with the Zilla. Oh, yeah, you should have won.
I can't talk too much about that match because there might be a question about it coming up. So.
With the Zilla thing, join the company, you know that The Rock is teasing someone else coming in for Mania, and it's one of my favorite wrestlers, I think, that's coming in that I've met in person and can say, had a 15-minute conversation with, can say he's the nicest wrestler, I think, alive. So,
Drew McIntyre.
Nicer than Cena?
Oh, well, dude, have you ever heard Teddy Long talk about Cena? Cena's a heel in real life, according to Teddy Long. Listen to the Teddy Long one. Listen to Teddy Long on his podcast talk about Cena. He's like, I knew he'd be a good heel because he's a heel in real life.
Interesting. So, I've heard the exact opposite about Cena.
Well, that's if you're a Make-A-Wish kid, he's the best. But he's talking about in the back. That's Teddy Long. I mean, he knows he has no reason to bury him. But I will say, I think Jeff Cobb makes his debut with The Rock in WrestleMania, and Jeff Cobb is awesome as a human being, just an absolute incredible guy, and I'm a huge fan. So I hope it's Cobb who comes over from New Japan. Former Olympian from out of Guam.
Dude has the biggest.
We're the Islands, baby. Kevin Tompkins, my man. Kevin Tompkins, we're friends. I don't know.
All right, let's hop into that next question, guys. Which one of these wrestlers never had a WrestleMania match? Maybe because of Hulk Hogan. Was it Bobby Eaton, R-Truth, the Brooklyn Brawler, or Lacey Evans? Which one of those wrestlers never had a WrestleMania match?
Oh, wait, no. He literally just had one last year. Oh, well, I guess I just spoiled it because I'll. Oh, yeah. What am I doing?
So yeah, one of the
This is also something that's very out there. People, in fact, people say that she shouldn't be a face just because she's nice in real life. Right now,
I like Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea Green guy for the record.
I am too.
Like in terms of, I think she's stunning. I think she's beautiful. Like I really like her. Thank you, Joey. Joey, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting Bobby Eaton on here. At least we had a Bobby Eaton question. Deservedly so. Oh, I love Bobby.
Never.
Yeah. I think Drew McIntyre is also definitely up there for nicest wrestlers outside of wrestling. He seems like such a nice guy. Like
the nicest,
sure he is.
The nicest guy I've met, hands down, is Adam Cole. Far and away. He approached me, and I was wearing a Los Ingobernables shirt, and he was walking through the mall, and he saw me, and he came up, big smile, shook my hand. He's very short, very, very nice. Close with Gargano.
Wow. He came up and approached you.
I made eye contact with him, and I wasn't going to go up and bug him, and he walked right up, and I'll send you the picture later. He's the coolest guy. Talked to my wife and I for about 5 minutes. Said my daughter was beautiful. Just could not have been nicer.
I've met two wrestlers in my life. I've not really been in that scene, but I met two wrestlers in my life, and I don't know who the second wrestler was because I wasn't into wrestling at the time. But Kevin Nash was one, and he was with another guy. Yeah. And he came into the video store I was a manager of, and we had tanning beds, and he wanted a tan quick. You know, they both wanted a tan. I don't know who the other guy was, but they were both incredibly nice.
Oh, did you have a tanning bed big enough for Big Sexy?
Probably not, but you know, it's a 7-foot bed, so it probably fit him okay, I guess.
Well, the good thing about being Kevin Nash is you only need the top. It doesn't matter if his legs are tan or not. He wears pants. You know, that's the great thing about wrestling in pants.
That's probably why he wears pants. He can't find tanning beds big enough. Yeah. He lives in Daytona Beach. I should find that out. Don, Trump and us all. Met Andre the Giant. Wow. That's a big one.
That's a big one. Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
When I was 16, I met Ric Flair and he hit on my mom. That's a story.
Oh my God, that's amazing and awesome.
Yeah.
And what a flex.
Ric Flair thing. Yeah. I mean,
he hit on your mom. That is awesome. What
a sign
stamp
that said, "I will not woo." And my mom walked up and she asked him to woo, and he wooed for her. So
of course he did. He won't woo unless it's a pretty lady.
It's for a lady, yeah. Myron at the top of the board there. Cody Reddit's moving up on the board there. Let's get to this next question. We got a lot of questions to get through, guys.
Sorry. All right, let's roll.
Who was in Ricky Steamboat's corner during his match with Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3?
Oh no,
Miss Elizabeth.
If I don't get this first, I'm going to be shocked because
Alice Cooper, George Daniel Steele, or Jimmy Hart. This person was also my customer when I worked at Publix in Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Wow.
It took me about a year to finally recognize them.
Wow.
And George Animal Steel could not have been a more humble and nice gentleman. But yeah, he used to come get shrimp for me, for him and his wife.
Wow. And he was like a dean or something, or a principal. I believe he was a college dean.
Smart. Has a master's degree from Michigan University.
Brilliant guy.
Extremely. I talked to him a lot about. He was in Ed Wood, and I talked to him a lot about Ed Wood when I figured out who he was. I barely ever talked wrestling with him, but just sweetest man. Passed away a few years ago. Yeah.
Well, you probably loved that you didn't talk wrestling with him. He's probably like, oh, great.
Yeah,
let's talk.
Didn't want to.
Yeah, be a mark.
Yeah, but George Animal Steel. Yep.
Big flex.
Retro coach, old green tongue. Yeah.
Whoa. Kevin Tompkins. Let's get to this. Kevin Tompkins. Wow.
Yeah.
Kevin, major flex. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll see him at the expo because we're going to have a good 10-minute discussion about high school Mark Merrow. And he actually seems like a really nice guy. I'm sure he was probably a good dude. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Kevin is a good dude. I agree.
And Mark Merrow, too.
BH moving into the top spot, 9 points ahead of Myron. Let's get into the next question. All right, which tag team won the first TLC tables, ladders, and chairs match at WrestleMania 17? Was it the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys, or was it a disqualification?
How is it even possible for it to be?
There's no.
Eric, Kevin always comes to Minneapolis, so.
Oh, let's go.
June 12th.
I don't even have to wait for the expo to see Kevin then. That is awesome. We'll get plenty of FaceTime. Plenty of it.
It was Edge and Christian won the first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Darn it. I went
WrestleMania 17. But if you ask Bubba Ray Dudley, he'll tell you that was the wrong decision and it should have been him because he's the greatest wrestler to ever walk the earth. I'll tell you that show on A&E is doing no favors to him.
I hate Bubba Ray. I can't stand him.
Scott and Ian have left the building.
It's because you mentioned Bubba Ray Dudley. He's such a heel. He's, again, real life heel. Bubba Ray Dudley. 100%. Legit real life. Apparently Devon, like a legit babyface. So that's the dichotomy of the that tag team. Is the good cop and the bad cop, so to speak, of the Dudley Boys.
BH with a 2-point lead over Myron. Joe's is still in there. It's got a little flame because they have an answer streak of 6. Jim D and John on the board as well. All right. Let's get to that next question. We're halfway through the pack. Who did Bobby the Brain Heenan not manage at WrestleMania? Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, or Big John Studd? Who did he not manage at WrestleMania?
That's an interesting one.
It's a very carefully worded question.
I have an idea. Let's see. I'm curious.
I'm going to just say it. The greatest manager of all time was Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Absolutely is. When Cornette even says it. Cornette says Bobby, a.k.a. Ray Heenan, is the greatest manager, and he thinks he's probably – I think Cornette's number 2. No disrespect to Paulie. I just love Jim Cornette, and I know Joey probably doesn't. I love him.
I can take him or leave him. Yeah, he never managed Ric Flair at a WrestleMania.
He wasn't in his corner for the macho.
He was at the announce desk.
He was announcing. Wow.
He didn't manage him at WrestleMania.
That's a great one because obviously we all remember the Royal Rumble. We hate to be the type of guys who say we told you so, but we told you so. Him and Hennig.
That's one of the reasons Hogan's bring her back to Hogan, such a thorn in my heel, is because Kurt Hennig and Roddy Piper never had runs with the title because of Hogan, and they both said it before they both passed away. But Hogan will come out and say that never happened. But
Perfect should have had a run. I don't care what company. Yeah, I mean, he should have had a run. He was just so good.
He was. And I mean, you've seen the videos of him throwing a pass and catching it. And
it was filmed in Minneapolis.
Well, he's from Minnesota, as many of the old school wrestlers were.
Yes, he was. Yeah, those the all Vern's guys.
Vern
trained him well.
I told Joey this before the show. Vern Gagne. Do you know what his last name means in French?
Win.
Yeah, winning. Yeah.
To win. To Gagne. Yep.
Gagne.
Yes, I am. As you might not believe it, but I am French Canadian Freton.
Are you?
So yes.
Man.
And Swedish.
When you come to Minnesota, I'll have to bring my wife. She's fluent French. Lived there for a while. We go every few years. So.
Oh, no kidding! I can speak a little bit of the high school French I took for 3 years. It's been a while. But I can talk the talk a little.
Nice.
All right. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Where are we at, guys? Oh, fantasy ball briefcase moving into there. And this is
nice work on that one. Nice work on that one. These are some tough ones, dude. These are great questions, Joe.
I had to bring tough ones. People always crack on me because they're too easy.
No, you're doing great work here.
All right. Next question. Which superstar never brought their animal companion to the ring at WrestleMania? Hillbilly Jim, Jake the Snake Roberts, the British Bulldogs, or Coco Beware? Which one of them never brought their animal companion to the ring at WrestleMania?
I love the picture. Yeah. The Komodo dragon. Like, where do you find the Komodo dragon? Where do you find one of those? Like, aren't they in,
the animal laws in the 80s must have just there must not have been any.
Seriously. And this is pre-Tiger King stuff. Who knows what they could have gone away with?
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim, as far as I know, he never had an animal companion.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
But
we all know Matilda with the British
Matilda.
Bulldogs. They used to torture that dog, apparently. Sick fucks.
Terrible.
Yeah, not cool.
All right. Coco Beware, Frankie, Jake Snake, Damien. All right. Look at the leaderboard. Oh, that shook it up a little bit.
Oh, wow. Commanding lead for BH.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get to that next question.
Commanding lead.
Who did not come out to interfere in the Triple H versus Sting match at WrestleMania 31? So who did not come out? DX, the NWO, the Ultimate Warrior, or Shawn Michaels?
Isn't DX and Shawn Michaels redundant?
I can't answer that question. I'll go
okay.
into it afterwards.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got to be
All
careful.
four have connections.
That's all right.
2 men on the screen.
They do. And Derek R. has given us an Uncle Elmer reference. Okay, all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's Uncle Elmer and his bucket of pig parts time.
Yeah.
What? Why even Uncle Elmer? I didn't expect an Uncle Elmer reference today,
I
Joey.
didn't either.
Derek R. had other ideas, though, and I respect it.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior did not come down to interfere in the match. DX. So when DX came down, Shawn Michaels was not part of that interference. Shawn Michaels was the last person to interfere in the match, and he super kicked Sting in the face. But the Ultimate Warrior was Sting's first tag team partner when he was the Dingo Warrior.
The Dingo Warrior in world class, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a Boston Garden show when they were he came in for a tryout, like a quick shot, and they put the Ultimate Warrior around, and they were still calling him the Dingo Warrior at that point. They hadn't even named him. He was still the Dingo Warrior during his initial house run before they gave him a big contract.
Wow. Ian, what are your feelings on the Ultimate Warrior? Do you ever see any Ultimate Warrior matches?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Not many Ultimate Warrior matches, but I've seen a couple.
He was crazy.
Legit.
Oh, Roid Rage. I don't know if that's true or not.
Dude,
Probably.
no. There's no amount of roids that can make you that absolutely out of your mind in promos where you're just talking about things. I mean, I think that's more LSD.
Yeah.
That's where, yeah. When it comes to like just absolutely out of his mind, nobody cut worse promos than the Warrior. He's in a class by himself.
When you're talking promos, I think one of my favorite promos was Macho Man with the creamers for the coffee. Like,
cream rise to the top. Yeah.
because
you know that
he learned a magic trick that day. And he's like, I'm going to put this in a promo. And he learned it with creamers for coffees. You know, that's
you sure that is an all-time promo. And you know that when I did my my table jump karaoke performance 2 years ago at the Fantasy Football Expo, I was wearing a Macho Man cream of the crop t-shirt that I own when I sang that and had that memorable karaoke performance. So love me so much.
Ian, what do you feel about Randy Savage? Did you watch many Macho Man matches?
Yep, I've seen some Macho Man matches. Yeah, he's great. Yep.
Yeah, Ian and I were talking about Savage Steamboat before. Ian's gone back and watched him. He's doing this all
Yeah.
night.
He's seen Savage Steamboat.
Pomp and circumstance, baby. What an incredible entrance.
Macho Man's entrance music is the first one I learned on my Casio keyboard when I was like, 10 years old or whatever. 12 years old.
Love it. Love it. Every graduation that happens, I think of Mach.
Yeah.
When Elizabeth came in to beat down Sensational Sherry in the ring,
Oh, yeah.
and Macho and Elizabeth kissed, love existed that day, and people were crying. Like, it's beautiful.
It really was poetry. That being said, why isn't Sensational Sherry in the Hall of Fame?
She needs to be.
That is appalling. In the women's era,
She might be. She
has to be.
Yeah.
She's Sensational Sherry.
Look it up. Yes,
She
has
was
to be
the greatest woman of and it's not even close, the greatest female in any capacity, performer of that generation. Of the golden age, nobody even touched Sensational Sherry. She's incredible.
She was great. Sherry
One
Martel.
of a kind. One of a kind. Scary Sherry.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at the next question. 3 questions left. Which former Tampa Bay Buccaneers player won the 24/7 title at WrestleMania 36? Was it Baron Corbin, Rondé Barber, Rob Gronkowski, or Titus O'Neil?
Ooh.
Former Tampa Bay Buccaneers player.
Ooh.
It was Gronk.
Yep.
It was Gronk.
Correct. It was Gronk.
Take a look at that board.
Titus O'Neil was a good one, though. He played at University of Florida.
Clearly,
I met Titus O'Neil at the celebrity flag football game at the Super Bowl in Arizona.
Brad, it's right there at the bottom. You see the pin 447. No, 444.
Wow.
7644.
Dude, BH with a commanding lead.
something happened at Raw tonight because people are tweeting about Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman going crazy.
Oh no!
Did they finally join up? Why wouldn't they save that for?
I don't know.
I've been saying this for a while.
I think that's been a prevailing theory a little bit.
I literally had this on my notes. I made these notes like a week ago. I've literally had Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh geez, we are getting messages here.
Uh-oh.
I guess we're getting error messages for the Fantasy Cares sign-up sheet. Oh my gosh, guys!
Oh no!
There's been a bunch of signups, so I don't know what the error message is.
It's because there's so many of them, Scott. There's so much interest in the college fantasy tadpole bowl.
If someone could tell me what their error message is, that'd be great. Because
Get it in there, boys.
I see signups coming through. I'm looking. There are signups, so people are doing it. But
There we go. All right, we're gonna hop to the next question. Brock Lesnar has been a beast at WrestleMania, but who has he never defeated at WrestleMania? Has he never defeated Seth Rollins, Goldberg, Roman Reigns, or Kurt Angle? One of these gentlemen he's never defeated at WrestleMania. Once again, at WrestleMania.
Yeah, at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania. I know where you're going with this, Joey. I know where you're going with this.
oh my gosh, that's what the error message is.
URL not found. Well,
No. That's why. It's actually scottfishbowl.com/college.
oh my gosh.
But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make fantasycares.org/college do the same thing. So I'll make it.
All right.
And the big
Rollins
roll-out.
never defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Oh.
They met twice.
Apparently, it was just Rollins.
Jeez, I thought it was Goldberg. Oh, they had another one?
They had 2 matches. Yep.
Oh, I've forgotten the second one. Ah, jeez.
Well.
Bad call for the time. Bad call.
It's all good now. Fantasycares.org and scottfishbowl.com now both /college both go to it now. So
Oh,
You did it that quickly? That's amazing.
I'm a coder, man. That's what I do.
It's wow. And what BH does is he dominates, apparently.
Bret Hart.
Oh, I love it. Hitman. Nice job. Hitman.
Last question.
Seems like it was just Seth
Who
Rollins.
won 4 matches in one night to become the WWF World Champion for the first time at WrestleMania 4?
Well, I know
Hulk
that.
Hogan,
Easy one.
Andre the
Easy.
Giant, Ted DiBiase, or Randy Savage?
Easy one.
4 matches in one night.
Of course.
Excuse me, guys.
Let's see. It's been topical. This person has been mentioned
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I want to apologize to 2 of the other ones on the screen that we did not really talk about them too much tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get any DiBiase.
Now, yeah, Randy Savage won 4 matches in one night.
Yep. That's right.
So,
4
one of the
matches.
few times Hogan decided to step aside to let somebody else have the spotlight. So good on you, Hulk Hogan.
But it was only stepped aside because it was a tournament and he didn't have to actually take the pin.
Don't worry, he won the title back the following year.
We rest easy, right?
This actually feels fair. That feels accurate.
Paul, that's a great quote, my friend. That's a great comment and completely correct.
You know, I will say one nice thing about Hogan. If you watch his stuff in Japan that he did,
he
was fantastic. He
was good. Wrestle. He was good. He could chain wrestle. You know, he could throw a leg lock on there. He was good. Fantastic. All right, let's settle down, Joe. Let's settle down.
I was trying to be nice. All right, podium, guys. RP Ramages, 86.
Very nicely done.
Jim D. I think.
And of course, at top, the dominant Brett.
Boom!
An absolutely dominant performance.
Go ahead and hit me up in the DMs on Twitter. And we'll get you your Gunther Funko Pop. Well, guys, we've reached the end. Eric, I'm going to go to you first. I want you to plug whatever you want to plug. Tell us whatever you want to tell us. Just be you. Just be you.
Okay, well,
have it.
After I get off of this, I will be going immediately to film my college fantasy football show, the College Football All Access show on Fantasy Points with Mike Bainbridge, Josh Chevalier, Zach Hall, and we'll be talking extensively, obviously, about the Tadpole Bowl. So, please, any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up on Twitter, CF Froton, and be on the lookout. I will have a bunch of draft-related stuff. I wrote every single draft profile for NBCSports.com. It has been a labor of love, as it always is every season, and I look forward, obviously, to seeing how the draft comes out. I think later on this week I will have or early next week, my gambling mock draft column where I go through essentially what the current markets look like for each of the available picks that there is a market out there on, as well as players. So that's always, I put a lot of time and effort into that, and it's pretty informative. Even if they think my picks are crap, that's fine. At least you'll be informed about what the marketplace looks like for the current NFL draft in case you want to place a wager yourself.
Beautiful, Eric. Well, I appreciate you being here. There's only one person I wanted to do Wrestlemania trivia with. Actually, there's two people, and I got both of them on there. Sorry, Scott. It was Ian and Eric.
Ian's the headliner. We all know
I just turned heel on Scott. Ian, I want you to tell us about one more match that you're excited for this weekend.
One more match. That's tough. I would say Cody versus Cena, but that's the obvious one. I gotta go with something else.
Excited about that?
Drew versus Priest. The only match in the whole entire show. That's insane. The whole entire match, the whole show, that actually has a stipulation to it, a Sin City street fight. It's gonna be a great physical match. Yeah, I think that one's also that's my second sleeper match. Yeah.
Oh. If
I like it.
Throw Priest
great analysis.
Fountains at the Bellagio. What are we even doing here? Like, it's got to be a Sin City street fight. Like, you got to beat him up on a gondola at the Venetian, hit the Bellagio. Like, I don't know. Go back to Caesars and see what you can cause a mess there.
Get
like it. That's the cheapest.
Have them wrestle all the way down Fremont Street.
Yeah.
Yes. Into Circa. Into Stadium Swim. Yes.
Right,
now we're talking. Dunk them in the Stadium Swim.
Scott, I want to thank you for being here too, and for making.
You really don't, but you're forced to. Because
no,
you're the host.
I really wanted to focus on Ian because he was the guest. I wanted to focus in on him. I feel like we
just hit 1,000 viewers too.
Woo! Let's go.
1,000 live viewers. Yeah, go to fantasycares.org/college or scottfishbowl.com/college because they both work now.
Yay!
We now have multiple, and by multiple I mean two, people who have signed up for Let's Draft Live in Vegas and Let's Draft Live in Minneapolis. Two for each of them.
Let's go. We've got live draft action already. fired up.
It's only been out there for an hour, and we have multiple people wanting to draft live in these locations. So.
That's right, because they know that there's going to be home run derby there too
Yeah.
in Minneapolis. I'm bringing the wiffle ball bat. Oh, it's coming. We'll be playing wiffle ball in Minneapolis, and hopefully, maybe in Vegas. We probably won't have much room, but yeah, lock it up for Minneapolis. Wiffle ball home run derby is happening there.
No, that'll be fun. Be a good time.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone that was stayed with us the whole time. Our longest show, but we knew it was going to be. Thank you so much. Next week we have NFL draft trivia. The NFL draft's coming up, and we've got Zach Reedy and Jeff Bell going to be here with us talking NFL draft trivia. So brush up on that. And until next week, bye, everybody.
Bye.